on the move from inside his 5. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will take the field first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, and keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so just bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job, good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the 4th down. Nice start for this defense.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense in a split backfield. To the ground with the back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Punch it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Jenkins.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest. Gets into the end zone.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're free to dummies. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell when he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open. No problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened.
Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Hokie, high, tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown to him over and over again here in the first quarter. And QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
Trying to do it on the ground.
Whatever, man. It's so fucking stupid.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. You'll try to do it
You fucking run! Run!
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to change this route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, they got the party once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Rush.
That was a terrible spin move.
Pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Salter. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Fucking Christ. It's just a simple throw.
On that play.
God
Yeah, just not
damn
able to connect
it.
that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And a great job by the QB, finally running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play, now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Connors. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice-looking throw right there. And I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hurting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Come on!
And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Dude, catch the fucking ball.
There will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quarterback making adjustments. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's knee. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a way to set him up. He was looking
Threw it through the wrong button. I just hit the wrong button. God, circle was wide fucking open. Or square. I don't even know what button it is.
And that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable
Fuck.
job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the Hokies line it up with a 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends them.
I recruited that quarterback to Lofton Oysters, and he transferred out to Virginia Tech and Pill. Came out with the same class that the Thai guy is Chris's quarterback.
And the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The give to the lone running back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided the receiver. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
Ah! How hard is this?
Down, the third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Off play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Gets it inside the 15. And he just can't run it in. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Off coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. He gets it
Whatever.
past the first down marker, and
Our fucking linebacker's faster than that guy, but he can't catch up to him. Fucking
we got
word.
a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The Hokies will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Yellow Jackets have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He leaves it with the back. Brings him to the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot. At halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense with it.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving. Got some room in under the goal line. And he launches it for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Offense gets the job done. Again, you want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They want to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And some room to work.
Suck.
Get it out to the 27-yard line. And
So
they'll
bad.
use the change for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Here's the return. Slips through the line. He's brought down.
He's not a spinner.
Pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The rambling wreck offense rolls for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical work by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grab behind the line. It's Hansen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple.
Pulls it in. It's Knee. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Knee. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the...
Into the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. But you see my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target spot.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Gets it to the back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
Trying to get it to the marker. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on first down.
Dude, what the fuck?
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Unleashes one. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He throws one to the left. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together. Like, this might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 14 to Boston College. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lost to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Harmon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down.
The fuck was that? I mean, just, that was
The
wacky.
offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh, shit.
He's got some space. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line.
No, fuck.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Hokies.
God damn, man. I hate giving up this stupid
Timing and
passing yards at the end of a game like that.
what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left.
Holy shit. That's so funny.
These guys are pulling up some serious yardage total. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got a little space.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pressure coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
aggressive, nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. Just not
Come on, Cheeseman. Fucking catch that thing.
Second of the game, instead it brings up third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. After this, it'll be a wrap. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and pulled him right by his man. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side takes every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win,